Just a quick thought for you. The reason why comparing yourself with somebody else is silly, pointless, and I will go as far as saying stupid is, what are you actually comparing? Because we all start from different points. We all start from different foundations. We all start from different experiences. We all have different handicaps. We all have different advantages and disadvantages. So stop comparing. What are you comparing? Many times we're comparing because we're peers in some form. We're peers in some form, but we're not peers in all forms. We're not peers in every aspect of our lives. We may have gone to school together. We may be the same age, or you may be older than somebody, or somebody may be older than you, but you can't compare. For example, I've had multiple mentors in my life for a large period of my life. I've had people that I can go to and be vulnerable with and say, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm dealing with. I've had multiple levels of assistance, guidance, wisdom, mentorship, direction. So if I have 5, 6, 7 people around me that I can call upon anytime, day or night, in some ways, I have an advantage over you. I have been trained in the art of speaking and communication. I have an advantage over you. For the last 15, 16 years, I have read. There has never been a time in the last 15 years where I've not been reading a book. I would have an advantage over you. Your grandparents may have left you £250,000 to start life with. As soon as you left university, you would have an advantage. So it would be silly for me to compare myself with you when it comes to finances. You didn't have to work through uni and somebody else did. So why would I compare myself with that person? Maybe somebody saw a father love his mum all the way through his childhood and never saw any domestic violence, never saw any abuse, never saw any anger or trauma. They have an advantage over you. I can go on and on and on. It just came to me. We keep comparing ourselves with somebody else, but we don't all have the same starting points in life. We don't all have the same foundation. We don't all have the same tools. So don't compare yourself with anybody else. Simply just decide that each day I am going to be better than who I was yesterday. As long as the image of yourself and how you see yourself continues to improve on a day-to-day basis, and you continue to work on yourself and invest in yourself and remain coachable, teachable, and trainable, you're going to keep on making progress. Run your own race. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what's happening in lane 7, and don't worry about what's happening in lane 9. Run your own race. Comparing yourself is silly. By all means, admire, appreciate, aspire, but don't compare. We've all experienced different things in life, and we've all gone down different paths and different roads. We've all had advantages in different ways. We've all been exposed to things in different ways. So run your own race. If you see somebody doing well in the area that you want to do well, don't get jealous, don't get bitter, don't get angry. Simply approach them and say, would you mind if I'm able to call upon you every once in a while and ask you some questions and ask you to lead me, guide? Even if they say no, next. Every no is bringing you closer to your next yes. Don't get angry, don't get bitter, don't get jealous, don't get toxic. Maybe everything I went through in my early years has prepared me for now. Maybe you're just going through your tragedy and your trauma and your trials and your tribulation now. I had 12 years of constant trials and tribulations. It has fortified me and helped me and strengthened me to handle anything I'll face in the future. Maybe you were not yet exposed to such level of failure and embarrassment and shame, and maybe in the future it's coming. All of us are on different paths. I simply came to say, stop comparing yourself with anybody else. We all have different advantages and disadvantages. We all have different experiences. We all have different foundations. We all have different starting points. Run your own race. Embrace who you are. Remain authentic at the core of your being. If you see someone doing well, clap for them, appreciate them, celebrate them. And if you see somebody doing not as well as you, don't get happy, don't get excited. Don't feel great because you think, oh, I'm doing better than somebody else. No. Encourage them. Because when all is said and done, only a few things will matter as we go through our life. It will be the impact you made on others, the kindness you showed. People may not always remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. God bless.